all-out invasion of Gaza. The Israel Defense Forces announced the completion of preparations for a significant ground assault in the Gaza Strip. The Israeli Defense Forces said in a statement that they are ready to expand the Susu by undertaking a wide variety of offensive operation plans, including a joint and coordinated attack from the air, sea, and land. The Israel Defense Forces Logistics Directorate said it had finished a draft of hundreds of thousands of reservists as it moved to equip troops for the ground offensive. IDF battalions and soldiers are stationed around the country, and we are working to boost readiness for the war's later stages, with a focus on a large ground operation. The world community anticipated Israel's Gaza ground offensive. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's visit to Israeli forces outside Gaza indicated preparations for the next phase of the fight with Hamas. Gazans should defy internal displacement and refuse to leave the blockaded territory for Egypt, according to Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh. Anya stated in a broadcast, "No to displacement from the West Bank, not just from Gaza, and no to Gaza to Egypt." According to the Israeli Defense Forces, Hamas is preventing Palestinians from escaping northern Gaza. After giving almost 1.1 million northern Gazans 24 hours to flee, the IDF is poised to launch a ground operation. As mentioned, the signs point to a large-scale Gaza invasion. This approach poses many risks to the IDF and its population. Hamas officials have urged them to stay in the densely populated Palestinian territory despite warnings. After Israeli threats, thousands of Gaza Palestinians evacuated south. On Friday, the Israeli Air Force dropped pamphlets urging Gazans to leave. Most migrants use Al-Rashid Street, a seaside route that rapidly becomes a parking lot when evacuated. The Israeli army attacks militant Hamas and Hezbollah targets during evacuations. In the midst of northern Israel tensions, the U.S. defended its Gazan citizens. The U.S. and Egypt will temporarily open the Rafah border crossing to evacuate 600 American Gazans. Washington and Cairo reached a deal during U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken's regional trip and visit to Egypt. According to Washington officials, the crossing occurred Saturday between 12 o'clock and 5 p.m. local time. These programs are not the only U.S. aid to Israel. Washington supported its forces in the Middle East with U.S. F-15 fighter jets landing on October 13, according to the U.S. Air Force. Aircraft were launched from RAF Lake and Heath in the UK. It said, the U.S. added 10 Thunderbolt planes to the region this week. The Norfolk, the second U.S. aircraft carrier supplied to Israel, left Virginia for the eastern Mediterranean. This aid is crucial as Israel prepares ground attacks on Gaza.